Hello, Capricorn. This is Mary Elizabeth with Sacred Love Tarot, and this is your January 2024 tarot forecast. Thank you so very much for turning up and tuning in, for liking, subscribing, commenting, hitting the notification button, and sharing. Because this is an energy exchange, I'd like to request that you either share, hit the notification bell/button, or comment. These three energy exchange opportunities help this channel grow, and I need all the help that I can get. So let's see what your energy is around the month of January 2024. Opportunity is the first word that comes to mind. Opportunity for new opportunities, opportunity for different opportunities, different paths. So yeah, let's see where this opportunity brings us in 2024. Ooh. And for the first time in all readings, my nose is just burning. So we have a broken heart, the sadness here. And why is there a sadness here? Taking action. Why is there a broken heart here? And fifth chakra archangel. Okay, so what I feel here is that so what I feel here is perhaps there's conversations that need to be had. Really important, perhaps maybe difficult to have conversations that are going to be a little bit intense, a little bit real and in your face, but with compassion and empathy. And this may cause some to perhaps be saddened. But perhaps maybe this is an action that you need to take in regards to bring balance into your life, to get out of the box that you feel that you're in, right? I know sometimes that we get into situations to where we feel that we are just here to do for others, right? And we unintentionally sabotage our lives or the happiness of ourselves or our dreams and desires because we feel obligated to help other people. And perhaps the obligation that you're feeling is causing you to regret all of the energy that you've been given to others, because perhaps maybe you haven't been able to fulfill what you've tried to or desired to. So when we have those conversations and when we speak our truth, we have to, or being guided to, do that with compassion and empathy, because we don't, do the other people know how you feel? Have you spoken or talked to anyone about it? Have you let your feelings be known? So go into this conversation gently, right? Recognize that, yes, I have something to say, but also recognize that perhaps they didn't realize how you felt about the situation, or perhaps if this is other people or other persons, that they didn't recognize or realize what was going on with you. Sometimes we have a tendency to hide our feelings because we don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. And we put ourselves in situations to, thinking that we're helping others when, yes, that's a noble thing, but sometimes helping others can also take us away from helping ourselves and kind of make us feel like we're trapped, or that we have no other options, right? So we really need to show a little bit of compassion and a little bit of empathy when we have this conversation, but we most definitely have to have the conversation, because if we're feeling like we're put in a compromising situation to where we can't move forward because we have been enabling others then that needs to be something that that needs to be something expressed, and it may cause a little bit of heartbreak um, on on all sides, right? So be gentle with your words. This could also be it definitely is a conversation. It definitely is a conversation, and it's a conversation that needs to be had. Now, if that isn't your experience, perhaps it's something completely different. But whatever you are doing here, whatever conversation this is, and whatever action you're taking in regards to it, just know that it has the potential of breaking hearts or hurting others. So be kind, show empathy, show compassion. But this, whatever this conversation is, it is going to help you go beyond where you are. So that's beneficial. All right, let's see what the tarot says. Capricorn 2024. All right. Okay, so we did, this was first, second, third, fourth. All right, so I'm going to put this right here for right now. So the Eight of Pentacles is working on self, right? This is an opportunity for you to say what you have to say and work on self, work on if this is a situation to where you feel like you have been enabling others by being in a situation to where they constantly depend on you to do something, and the conversation that you're having is talking about how you feel, this is an opportunity for you to work on you, for you to stand in your power, for you to reconnect or have a stronger connection with spirit, with source, for you to speak your truth, for you to be receptive to how other people are feeling as well. Creative energy, intuition. So this is really you working on what it is that you need to work on. And the Death card is just cutting cords from situations or relationships that are no longer beneficial to you at this time. And perhaps it's this relationship, or perhaps it's another relationship. But there are things that need to be cut. There are things that need to be severed in order for you to change the dynamic of whatever this situation or relationship is, right? And that's the action that you're being guided to take. So the Hierophant talks about bringing balance and stability to the action that is taken, and to what you have to say, and you speaking your truth. The Hierophant is also connecting to the divine in a way that also allows you to bring balance to the situation as well. Once the student, you're now the teacher. So you should be compassionate enough and wise enough and nurturing enough to recognize and understand that when and how we express ourselves can solve a problem, but it can also fuel the passion or the fire or the energy in regards to the problem. So don't go in there yelling and screaming and balls to the wall and shit like that, and taking what could have been a compassionate, empathetic conversation to one that is more heated and chaotic, right? No one wants to have a conversation when the conversation turns in that direction. So try to find a little bit of balance. And I know I keep talking about compassion and empathy. So the Seven of Pentacles here is really talking about nurturing the seeds that you've planted, the relationships that you have. So I kind of feel that you may be thinking that you have to have this relationship with this person or these people, and it may turn out one way, right? And maybe the one way that you think is the feeling of a broken heart, or deception, or ridicule, or criticism because you haven't spoke sooner. But this, I feel that the Seven of Pentacles is nurturing that that relationship, or nurturing the seeds that you have planted in regards to the conversation that you're having. So we have the King of Cups energy, and the King of Cups comes in and says, look, life is to be lived. Life is to have fun. Life is to enjoy. And I know that there are these earthbound situations and relationships and things like that we need to take care of. But have that conversation that you need to have. Cut the cords you need to cut. Connect to the divine, whatever you need to connect to. Nurture whatever it is that you need to nurture, but move on, right? This doesn't have to be something that the saying, beating a dead horse, right? It doesn't have to be a conversation to where you're beating a dead horse, right? It doesn't have to be a conversation to where it's exasperating for everybody. You have the conversation, you cut the cords and ties, you connect with the divine, you go in with compassion and empathy, you work on self, you nurture what you're creating, but you still have a nurturing, beautiful relationship here if you want to. The Three of Pentacles are the people involved coming together to try to find a way of balance and stability in regards to this relationship or partnership or situation that we're having this conversation about. The truths come out, right? We are now speaking our truth. We are taking the action to speak our truth. And yes, it may be heartbreaking. And yes, there may be ties that need to be cut with others, but we're in a position here to bring balance and stability to this relationship or this partnership, right? We don't have to sever this relationship and partnership if it's a friendship or a partnership or a relationship that has been, a part of your life for quite some time. Maybe you see it one way and the other people see it another way, and if we can get everybody on the same page and come together, then maybe this can still be a happy, harmonious, beautiful friendship / relationship. It doesn't mean that we have to sever ties from people who we love and we care about because of, how you feel and how they didn't know you feel, right? Let's all get on the same page. So that's what the Three of Pentacles is. The Three of Pentacles is everybody has an opinion on what that same page is. But if everybody can come to a mutual decision and a mutual understanding, then perhaps this can be nurtured and healed. So we have the Knight of Wands, and this is a feeling of protection. Every time I see this card, I look at it, and he's like going on his broom, and he's got this passion, creativity, power thing going. But there's also a sense of him being distracted by something else, right? Other people, other situations. And if you're distracted by this, then you're not really making progress on what it is that you're trying to make progress on, right? So here we have the Eight of Swords, and this is the whole, if I don't see it and if I don't know what's going on, then it's not really happening. So this is kind of like the poor me or the victim thing, right? So I'm going to surround myself with all of these swords, which is protection and the way they feel. I'm going to surround myself with all of this. Blindfold, She can easily cut the restraints off and take the blindfold off if she really wants to. So long story short, there's someone in the situation who just doesn't want to deal with it. There's someone in the situation who doesn't want to face the conversation, have the conversation, face the facts, deal with it, work it out, whatever, right? And it feels like they're a little bit overly protective, right? Now, this could be a partnership, a friendship, a family dynamic, a relationship, but there's someone who isn't really into having this conversation or dealing with it, right? You are, they're not. So what do you do, right? So there's this sense of, look, I'm really trying here. I am really, really trying to make this better. I am really, really trying to establish some sort of communication here. I'm really trying to establish some sort of balance and stability here. I'm really trying to establish contact here, verbal contact here. But then we have the King of Swords, and it's like, now I have no choice but to do what I have to do, right? Now I have no choice but to do what I have to do. And if there's someone who isn't willing to have this conversation, or to look at it for what it is, or to change, you shouldn't feel obligated to continue to struggle through this relationship or this friendship or family dynamic, right? You're doing your part to have the conversation. You're doing your part to bring stability and balance. You're doing your part to have the conversation, fix what needs to be fixed, change what needs to be changed, and moved on. If there is a person who doesn't want to do that, then what are we left with but to make a decision for ourselves? Right? We can't constantly be in a place of protection and struggling to create the change. We can't constantly be there, because if we're constantly there, then we're not making any progress for ourselves. We're just continuing the same cycle, right? So there has to be some sort of you taking the wheel and making the change that needs to be made. And look what card popped up. Freedom. Yeah. Freedom, life purpose, and grieving. So there's going to be some sort of a relationship lost here, Capricorn. There's going to be some sort of relationship loss, some sort of broken heart that happens per this conversation. And there's going to be grieving. Grieving brings transformation. And this is all. And the reason why this is a life purpose is because if this is a relationship, a partnership, family dynamic thing, then your life purpose isn't to fetch and step. Your life purpose isn't to wait on somebody hand and foot. Your life purpose isn't to enable people to continue to do what they do, be it unhealthy or bad or whatever. Your life purpose isn't that. Your life purpose is to live a life. And being in servitude to others is not living a life. So you need to find the freedom. You're searching for freedom. You're searching for independence here. And whatever this conversation is someone not seeing what you're seeing. And because they're not seeing it, they don't want to have that conversation. So you're going to have to make a decision. Raise the vibration of the planet through your radiant, loving light, starseed. You are an amazing, magnificent, and unique, but mostly important. You are enough. And you are enough. You are enough. And I feel that these people or this person or family dynamic or whatever sees that you are enough. They just don't want to acknowledge how perhaps they may have kept you back. That's the pickle. That's the pickle. Being creative is a wonderful way of witnessing the unfolding of your limitless creative soul. So Capricorn, this is your January 2024 forecast. Thank you so very much again for turning up and tuning in. I wish you the best. Bye.